Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am getting to video number 2 on my backlog from G-Dragon. This is Drama. If you want to see just my reaction, that's posted separately. This one is the one where I'm going to go into my interpretation of lyrics and things I see in the video. There's actually, at least in my opinion, quite a bit to talk about in this one, and I'm sure I'm going to miss a lot, but I will do my best. So let's go get started. Got our lyrics over here.
When everything's rolling in good, why you acting like you're sober?
Okay, so here at the beginning, we see the wind-up mechanism, and then we see it on him, which indicates that he's not human. He's like one of those... Think of it as like a ballerina in one of the old music boxes. Like, you wind them up, they do the performance they're programmed for, and then that's it. And I feel like we're going to get some elements of that here in the song. I'll let the lyrics finish for verse 1 before I stop again, and then we'll talk.
There's nothing left to see, right? So I paint all over this painful lost blood. Seems like you like to start an argument when I lose just for the hell of it.
It's a really deep voice that I just picked up on.
You never like it when it's
okay, that's the first line of the chorus. So before we get into that, verse 1, when every scene's rolling in good, why you acting like it's so bad? There's nothing left to see, right? So I'd paint all over this pain full of black. Seems like you just want to start an argument, win or lose just for the hell of it. It seems like he's describing a toxic relationship. Like, even when things are going well, you look for things to be upset about. Or if you can't find any, you make them up. And then there's some lines, at least in the lyrics, that are written in Chinese. And it looks like the translation for that is, you always ask me how deep is my love for you. I don't know how accurate it is since it's going off of a translation of a translation. But if that is anywhere close to accurate, then again, it's like almost like a manipulation tactic from the other person. Like, how much do you love me? Like, what are you willing to do for me? Or, what are you willing to say to me? Whatever. Like, are you willing to put on the show? And in the video, again, we see him like one of those wind-up toys. And the wind-up toy, first off, can only do what its program allows it to do. So you wind it up enough, and it follows the track that its gears have been set for. But also, there is this almost theme of, again, maybe not being quite human, or feeling like you're not human, or not being treated as human, maybe losing your autonomy, like you can't think or do anything for yourself because you've basically been programmed. And in that regard, I mentioned that so far it seems like a toxic relationship, but it could also be taken in some ways as feelings of toxic relationship with the industry. I know G-Dragon has had a lot of, like, throughout the years, he's had ups and downs, but he's had a lot of, potential issues with the industry and how he's perceived and stuff like that. So while I think the song is more about just a straight up toxic relationship, you could also, like I said, make the argument that maybe he's talking about his relationship within the industry. All right, so let's see the chorus.
It's nice. Drama queen got it from my mama.
Loving this piano.
Not to pick a fight. What goes around, there comes the karma.
Okay, normally I don't like to stop mid-chorus, but you never like it when it's nice. So that already ties back into verse 1 about, even when it's going good, you're saying it's going bad. You're looking for a fight, basically. Like the person, he even said, win or lose, just for the hell of it. Like, you don't even care if you win, you just want to fight. And so the next line, drama queen got it from her mama. Uh, Rather hang up to pick a fight, like as if they're on the phone and things are going fine, but just just to pick a fight, just to upset the status quo, I'm gonna hang up on him. And then what goes around, here comes the karma. So that's a play on the phrase like what goes around comes around, which also means you're gonna get yours, you're gonna get karma. But it's also interesting because in the video, he's again this little wind up doll, and he's on essentially a stage or a turntable that just goes around. And if you pay attention to this, he never gets off of this white stage that he's on. Even when the gears seem broken towards the end, which I'll point out, he never gets off of this. So it's almost like he is feeling like he can't escape. And that even if he is able to speak his mind to an extent or act a certain way that he would like, he still can't break free of the constraints that he's in.
Baby's cold outside, make you warm. Burn, burn, this love. And biggest brothers be nice. Bet you like it, bet you like this. Lost in it.
But something else I enjoy, and we're going to see this a couple of times, is right here where he says burn, burn, and then there's a pause, which is not normally done in the subtitles, but they actually put it in here. Excuse me. We're going to see this a couple of times, not just with this line. There's another line that it happens on towards the end. And it's almost like if you've ever had a music box, I actually have a couple over here that I could demonstrate with if you've never seen it. But basically, you wind it up, right? And it does whatever it's going to do, either the ballerina or the music box. It just plays the music. But it only plays up to a certain amount of as you wound it up. And this little pause is almost like what you would have. Let's take a music box, for example. If you wind it up a little bit and then it gets towards the end of what the gears are going to let it do, it will start to slow down and pause before it like latches over to the next note. That's sort of what we're seeing here.
And biggest brothers be nice. Bet you like it, bet you like this. Lost in angel falling in love. Bless.
Right here, this is. So the line before it said, I've lost an angel falling in love. That could mean quite a few different things. I don't know his personal life, so that could be deeply personal. It could just be that by getting into this relationship that I've now learned is toxic, I thought you were an angel, but not so much. But the person he's now dancing with and acting with is faceless. Like, we know it's a woman, but they've blurred and covered her face deliberately because normally when we see this type of thing going on in K-pop videos, it generally means that the person is a stand-in, an avatar for, it could be the fans if it's a positive thing, or it could be any number of negative emotions or people, whatever, if the song has a negative vibe. So in this case, with the song having a much more melancholy, sad vibe, her face is blurred out, and it could be taken as the avatar of the person he's singing about, or again, if you're taking this as a critique of his position in the industry, then she could be representing that the industry itself as well. So there's a lot of potential ways to take this.
And the curse that we are born with, I gave it all that I could. How dare you be so cold and heartless?
He looks so downtrodden here. See, there was that pause again.
You and Morgan play the role alone.
Why does the subtitle have LOL in parentheses here? Like, go play the role alone. Like, I didn't hear that in the lyric. I want to hear it again.
You and Morgan play the role alone.
No, it's not there unless they're trying to if they're trying to like essentially put LOL as in laughter between roll alone as in like having LOL spelled or pronounced lol by putting the words together, you could make the stretch that it's there, but putting it in here in the subtitles just feels wrong because it doesn't sound like he is singing in any sort of tongue-in-cheek joking manner. Like, he's literally saying, I'm out the door, like, I'm leaving, this is over. You want more? You want more of this toxicity? You want to keep fighting? You know, go play that role yourself. Like, fight with yourself for all I care.
Roll alone. You never like it when it's nice. Drama queen got it from my mama. Rather her not to pick a fight. What goes around, here comes the karma. Baby's cold outside, make you warm.
Notice he gets to the edge of this table, but never gets off of it.
And begins brothers be nice.
Also, hold on. The chorus keeps saying the end begins for us, be nice, but it puts the end in quotes. Is he someone who knows his discography better, or maybe just knows more about him? Why is the end showing up in quotes as if it's the name of something? Like, does he have a song or an album titled The End? Or, yeah, someone let me know.
Bet you like this. I don't know why can't we be from free more than just a minute.
That line or that couplet there is really, it gets to the heart of someone's frustration. Like, if you've ever been in this type of situation where you feel like the other person is just always wanting to pick a fight. I've been there. I dated a girl that was from Seattle who could not stop picking arguments. And I felt like this. Like, I don't know why we can't be drama free for just 1 minute. Just 1 damn minute. And so, like, you can feel his frustration there, but also his sadness. You know, he's in the dance, he's trying to break free, but she's still holding on, symbolizing that, like, he's still being held back.
Just a minute,
but also, I wasn't going to stop again this soon, but choreo-wise, I just pointed out how she's pulling him back, right? But now watch this part. Even though they're still on the table, she pushes off of him, as in she's pushing him away. It was quick, but you saw it. What was this? Title Dangerous Beauty. I was just seeing if there was anything, like any Easter egg in here. So a drama where extreme joy and sorrow alternate. We usually express that, like in the theater, we would express that as like tragedy and comedy. Like those are the two masks that you see when you see old school plays and stuff like that, where it'll have like a mask that's smiling and a mask that has a tear.
You never like it when it's nice.
Which is, if you carry that image further, it's almost like he's saying like we're wearing masks, like we're not being ourselves, or at least I'm not able to be myself, which we already can say just based on the fact that he was portrayed as that wind-up doll.
From a mama, ready to hang out to pick a fight. What goes around, there comes the karma. Baby's cold outside, make you burn. This love.
There's that pause again.
Be nice. Bet you like it.
There it is again, and then it almost stops. Now it's like we're rewinding. Now, see right there, that was the scene I was talking about. The gears are essentially broken here. And so he's not being controlled at this point, which could symbolize that he has broken free. But at the same time, like, yeah, he's not on this table, but we never see him leave the table. What I mean by that is anytime he's on screen, he's always on this little stage. We never see him on the camera for the video anywhere but here. And then the gears stop turning, and that's the end of the video. Just like if the gears stop turning on the music box, that's when everything goes silent. All right, that was Drama from G-Dragon. Very poetic, very artistic. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I'm curious to know what you guys thought. And of the two that we've done recently, Too Bad or Drama, curious which one you guys like better, which is more your vibe. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications to see when future content goes live. And shout out to our Patreons. Thank you guys for all your support. I sincerely appreciate you. If you want to get requests done here on the channel, there's two ways to do it. You can either go through Patreon and subscribe there. The paid subscribers get access to things that I can't put here on the channel, and they get those guaranteed requests sent to the top of the queue every month. The other way to do it is if you don't want Patreon benefits, you can use the PayPal link in the description below. Follow the instructions as well that are there on how to do that. And yeah, feel free to check that stuff out. I will see you for the next one. Take care, everybody.